Never trust these 6 types of smiling people. We've all been taught since childhood that smiling is a good thing, that a smile is something you can trust. But science tells a more complicated story. Psychologists have spent decades studying smiles, and they've discovered that not every smile is genuine. Back in 1982, researchers Paul Ekman and Wallace Friesen categorized smiles into distinct types: felt smiles, which come from real emotion, and false smiles, which are deliberately produced to project positivity that isn't actually there. In other words, science confirms what your gut has probably already told you. A smile can be a mask. Today we're breaking down 6 types of smiling people you should think twice about trusting, all backed by real psychological research. Number 1. People who smile only with their mouth, never their eyes. This is the most well-known fake smile signal, what psychologists call the Duchenne smile. A genuine smile activates 2 specific muscles: the zygomaticus major, which pulls up the corners of the mouth, and the orbicularis oculi, which crinkles the skin around the eyes. When happiness is real, both muscles fire automatically. But in a fake smile, usually only the mouth muscle moves, the eyes stay flat, almost frozen. There's an interesting wrinkle in the research here too. Some studies have shown that with enough practice, people can consciously control their eye muscles and fake a Duchenne smile on command, so this signal isn't foolproof. But it's still the most common giveaway that most people never consciously notice. Number 2. People whose smile is suspiciously symmetrical and perfectly timed. Genuine emotion tends to be a little messy. It shows up asymmetrically, builds gradually, and fades naturally. Voluntary, planned smiles, on the other hand, are more controlled and balanced because they're consciously directed by the brain. Research shows fake smiles tend to appear and disappear abruptly, almost like flipping a switch. If someone's smile arrives on cue, perfectly timed to the moment, that's less an emotion and more a performance. Number 3. People who smile no matter what, even during bad news or criticism. This is often a sign of someone masking their real emotions, or someone trying to control the dynamics of a conversation. In dark psychology research, this pattern is linked to Machiavellian behavior, people who come across as calm and charming specifically so others don't see them as a threat, all while quietly planning their next move. There's a well-known line from Dark Triad research that sums this up perfectly. These people rarely arrive snarling, they arrive smiling. Their friendliness is the weapon. Number 4. People who compliment you with a big smile and then ask for something within seconds. This pattern connects to what psychologists call love bombing, overwhelming someone with warmth and affection to lower their defenses. It shows up in relationships, but also in workplaces. Think of the colleague who smiles at you in meetings, then quietly undermines you in front of the boss. Research describes this as a strategy of building trust specifically in order to exploit it later: warmth first, advantage taking second. Number 5. People who smile while dismissing your feelings, making you feel like you're overreacting. This ties directly into gaslighting. When someone calmly, smilingly brushes off your concerns, you're too sensitive. You're overthinking this. That calm isn't confidence, it's control. Research on gaslighting consistently shows that the person doing it often maintains a composed, confident demeanor specifically, so the other person starts doubting their own memory and perception. The smile isn't warmth here, it's a tool of authority. Number 6. People whose smile disappears the moment they no longer need you. These are people who stay warm and charming exactly as long as you're useful to them. And the second that usefulness runs out, their whole demeanor shifts. This is a classic exploitation pattern, where someone takes advantage of another person's emotional vulnerability or need to push their own agenda. Dark Triad research, covering narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, shows that people who score high on these traits tend to favor short-term strategies: charm first, exploitation later. Their smile isn't a genuine connection. It's an investment they expect a return on. Now here's an important caveat. Not every smiling person is a manipulator. Most people who smile are genuinely being friendly. Sometimes someone smiles politely even while exhausted, or hides real pain behind a smile because they're not ready to talk about it, as researchers themselves put it. Your friend's too bright smile might be masking pain they're not ready to share. The point of this video isn't to make you paranoid about every smile you see. It's to make you aware of the patterns that genuinely do point toward manipulation, so you can better trust your own instincts. Interestingly, psychology also tells us that our brains usually detect the difference between a real and fake smile before we can even consciously explain why. It's an automatic, deeply wired ability. So next time someone's smile feels a little off, when logic says one thing but your gut says another, don't brush that feeling aside. Trust your own read on the situation more than someone's charming exterior. If you found this video useful, hit subscribe and let us know in the comments. Have you ever caught a fake smile that turned out to be exactly what you suspected?